Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dokkan Battle video, and today I want to talk about Super Extreme Z Awaken. Now I do apologize, I haven't really been putting out a lot of Dokkan stuff. I think I am going to just play it pretty casual with Dokkan from now on. Like if there's something that really grips me that I want to show, I will. I don't think I'm going to stress about showcasing every unit I pull for anymore. I'm basically, I think, just going to cover news that I want to cover, that I think is really interesting that I can talk about. And then I think I'll still do like some character showcases and like team showcases of like specific characters and teams that I really like. Like for example, my boy Bergamo EZAs, we know that's going down, right? So anyways, I was really intrigued to talk about Super Extreme Z Awaken because we did get this announcement in global. So this is in app. So if you haven't seen this yet, if you log into your global Dokkan account, like this is there in the news. So I think this is dropping within the next day or two. It's going to be very soon. And this tells me that this is probably dropping for Saiyan Day because that is a shared celebration. This is good because this is a sign that like, hey, we're doing something to speed global up because, the sync is coming this summer. So they had to start moving us up pretty quickly here at some point, right? So what we know so far is that we know AGL Super Saiyan 3 Goku is the first one, and they have said that it is going to occur in order, like chronological order. So we'll talk about some of the first units to expect. So I'd say if you have some of these old units, these are units that may have gone under the radar for players as they are link leveling because, I know I did this at first with link leveling where units that had already EZA'd that I knew were super outdated, I didn't bother link leveling at first. Luckily, I got so far along in link leveling that I eventually hit them, so I do already have them link leveled. But you may want to start looking through your account and look at all of these old Dokkan Fests and make sure you are getting their link levels up because they are going to get super EZAs. Now, we don't know how good super EZAs are going to be yet, but my hope is that they're pretty good, like that they'll at least bring them. I'm going to say it's going to at least bring them to EZA TUR level is my hope, definitely to make them runnable. So what I want to talk about here specifically is, because I know this is kind of old news for a lot of people, because that's one of the reasons I don't post Dokkan news is because the other YouTubers are so much more on top of it, and with my schedule, I just can't get on it soon enough, right? But I wanted to have a little discussion about what Super EZA is going to mean in terms of quality of the game and how it's actually going to bring a lot of relevance to something that we've had in this game that has not been very relevant. I'm going to talk about that kind of in the second part here, right? So this all stemmed from, I made a Twitter, I reposted on Twitter, and my boy here, Corrosive Bullet, made a comment that said, hey, it would be cool if they gave out 5 free copies like they do for the World Tournament, right? And so I think part of this video is talking about, well, how are you going to acquire the Super Saiyan 3 Goku? Because I think this is a character that a lot of newish players will not have. It's one of those things where like every veteran that's been playing for a long time is going to have them rainbowed. But depending on when you've started, the thing with these old Dokkan Fests is they never really feature them on banners anymore, right? There's pretty much 2 places you get them, which is like the, what is it? It's like the New Year Step Up banners where they like feature every single Dokkan Fest in the game's history. Or you can sometimes exchange them with God Dragonstones. That's what I'm going to talk about in the second part of the video here, right? Or what I'm going to talk about right now. So I responded and I said they definitely aren't going to give out 5 free copies. I could see them maybe giving out 1, but I don't think they're going to give out any because the whole idea here is not only do they want to make the unit relevant again, but they want to sell you the character again, right? Like that's kind of part of the point is like they're giving us, and what it is, it's a way of like gifting the veterans that already have them rainbowed, like, hey, here's a free viable unit. But then for new players, they can kind of sell this guy to them, right? So my prediction for how they're going to make this guy acquirable is they're probably going to do a super EZA banner, and it will probably be a very short list like the normal EZA banner. So my guess is they are going to have this Goku featured with 2 other units. So it'd only be a 3 featured unit banner. So I think he's going to be very easy to pull if you want to go in and grab him. And my guess is the 2 other units that will be featured with him will probably be effective in his Super EZA event to further entice you to pull. So it'll be like, all right, here's the character, and then here's some other units that will be very good in his event, right? So I'd have to go back in the event and look at what the type weaknesses are, but it'll be whatever categories you need. They'll probably try to feature at least 1 tech unit because he's AGL. So they're probably on the banner, I'm going to guess, feature a tech unit that is the effective typing to fight against him, right? So I think that's going to be the traditional way to get this guy. But I think the really great thing, so the obvious really cool thing about Super Easy A is that, yes, these old units are going to get relevant again. This is their third time around, which is awesome. I think it's going to be great because there's going to be units like Tech Super Saiyan 3 Broly that they've just messed up every single time. Darn it if they don't mess him up a third time, but hopefully they really get it right on the third time, and maybe Super Saiyan 3 Broly will actually be good. You know, we never know, right? So we can look forward to some of these units that maybe they didn't really hit right the first time. Maybe they can get it right the second time. But the other thing is there's something that this game has had that has been very useless for a long time, and it's this right here. During big celebrations, we get something called a Red God Dragonstone, and this is gifted the players for free. And the reason why this has been bad, and what we've always complained about this, is that all of these units are like super old, outdated units. Some of them are banner units, some of them are really old Dokkan Fest. But for, I don't know, probably at least 1 to 2 years, there really hasn't been anything here worth getting that's actually viable in Red Zone, right? I think the 2 units we always go back to are, what, Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, and then like the AGL Golden Frieza, just because they have a ton of damage reduction, right? But that's really the only somewhat viable things that have been on these types of stones, right? Well, in a way, they've kind of fixed this now, because rather than updating the units, what they've done is they've said, all right, well, now we've got Super Easy A coming, so now all of a sudden, STR Gogeta's looking like a pretty spicy pickup. Tech Cell looking like an interesting pickup, right? Ultimate Gohan. And then, of course, there's our boy Super Saiyan 3 AGL Goku. So if you are a global player, something you can do if you want to, like, let's say you don't have this guy, and let's say they don't, you know, maybe you don't want to summon on the Super Easy A banner, you could play a slight risk, but you could wait till anniversary. I don't remember, do they do these for Golden Week? They might do these for Golden Week. It could even be sooner. But either Golden Week or anniversary, I think, would be the next opportunity to get one of these. That at that time, you can just get this guy for free with the Red God Dragonstone. But I think what we need to talk about now moving forward is when they give us these stones, you now need to actually think hard about what you're picking here, because all of these units that are Dokkan Fests will get Super Easy A's. So you need to think about, I recommend in the future, with these Red God Dragonstones, get any Dokkan Fest you have not acquired from this list, and you're going to be good to go. So the risk you're playing with this, though, if you wait, there is a chance that Super Saiyan 3 Goku, they purposely make him not available, right? Because he's going to be good at that point. So I don't know. And they've done stuff like this in the past, right? If we go back and look at the old Dragonstones, you can see here, anywhere that they put an X, they ironically took that unit off. So right here, God Dragonstone 5, they did not put Tech Cell on there. And he was on every other one, right? And I believe this was the time where Tech Cell got his Easy A. So they didn't want you snagging him for free because they wanted to just summon on the Easy A banner. You can see this. There's odd spots where these units were just omitted. JP omitted here. Guess what? Probably because that's when Intimate Guy's Easy A and JP. Global was available because it wasn't near it. And then here, Global got the X because that's probably when Global got the Easy A. So this is where you have to kind of be careful. I would say if you for sure want AGL Goku, right? You probably, like, if they put out a Super Easy A banner and you don't have him, if we don't know what his kit is, right? But if his kit's really good and you want him, you may need to summon to pick up a copy. And then what you can do is wait for the Red God Dragonstones to get dupes. And then if they're not there, then that's fine. At least you still have the unit, right? So just so you guys know, the first units we're going to be getting, I think other than Gogeta, these might be in order, but it's going to be like this first pot of units here are what we're going to be getting, right? So Tech Cell, Int Ultimate Gohan, STR Broly, Full Power Frieza, even this Tech Beerus is a Dokkan Fest. Some of these units have always been so bad you forget they're actually a Dokkan Fest unit. But yeah, and dude, Super Saiyan 3 Gogeta, I believe, is a Dokkan Fest. Like, we don't think of him as a Dokkan Fest, but he is. He's going to be ridiculous. And then I think Physical Boo is going to be really insane. But then some of these here, like the AGL Gohan, the AGL Boo, like, these are just banner units. So you got to make sure, sorry for the little page refresh there, but you got to make sure when you go in with the Red God Dragonstones that you are just getting Dokkan Fest. So if you're looking at the list on my screen, everything here is a Dokkan Fest down to Physical Kid Boo. Below Physical Kid Boo, these are no longer Dokkan Fests. And I just want to see if any others pop out. I I don't think so. I think all of these are banner units. Yes. So everything else is a banner unit. So pretty much what we're looking at for the first batch of Super EZA is everything down from Gogeta through Kid Buu. That's what's going to be coming up first. And then after that would be the 70% leads. And then after that would be the 120% leads in terms of Dokkan Fest. Now, they're also going to be doing LRs. And as far as I know, it's all going to be chronological order. So anyways, guys, I hope this helps. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you're excited for Super EZA. But I just wanted to throw this video out, mainly to talk about these Red God Dragonstones and how important they can be. But also to say, like, if you have already thought of this and you're like, oh yeah, I'm just going to wait for the Red God Dragonstone to get Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I just want to tell you guys, don't necessarily count on that, because you can see they're smart about it. They pull units off of the red stone in a very timely fashion, right? A very convenient fashion. So just be aware of that. Let me know if this helps you all out. Thanks for watching. We'll catch y'all on the next one.